I'm very excited to share with you today a program that I think every artist should be using, and that's because this program will help you protect your artwork from being used to train for-profit AI image generators. In case you don't know, over 50 pieces of my artwork have been used to train these image generators, and I was not consented and I have not been paid. And I don't see why I should be forced to provide the core product of my business to develop the core product of another business, because their computers can't do anything without our art to train them. So I'm not cool with it. I don't want my art being used this way. So there's now a program that will allow you to sort of cloak your image so that it can't be used for AI. If somebody tries to use it for AI, it's going to give them a big old mess. It's not going to give them anything that looks like your artwork. So first, how to find out if your artwork is being used to train AI, or your photos for that matter. You can go to a website called Have I Been Trained? And then you can put in a text search, or you can do an image search. And I found my artwork through doing both. Some artists can search their name and see a bunch of their images. I found very few, if any, under my name. Most were under different descriptors. I even found my artwork mislabeled under different art mediums that they just aren't, like marker and ink, which I don't use in my artwork. Also, a lot of my images were taken from international press, so sometimes the words and text that was associated with the image were in a different language, so I ended up needing to do an image search in order to find those pictures. Once you find your picture, if you're on a desktop computer, you can right-click and opt it out. And from what I've been told, that works for one of the training systems, but it's not really a full guarantee. And plus, once a computer learns from your image, it's learned from your image. And so, but it's something you can do. And so I went ahead and did it anyway, because at least it's something. At least in the meantime, I found all of this out in December. And so since December, I haven't been able to share any still images of my artwork, only video. But earlier this month, a program was released that I'm very excited about, and I think everyone should use. It's called Glaze, and it was produced by the University of Chicago. And what it does is it will add to your artwork sort of an invisible watermark. It's not really an invisible watermark. It's a little bit more complicated than that. But what it's going to do is it's going to alter your image in a way that you really can't see with the naked eye. To be honest, I can tell a little bit that it's there on my images, so I can sort of tell if I'm looking for it, but it's really not noticeable that much to most people. And so you can add this cloak to your image, and then if the AI companies try to train off of your image, what they're going to get as output is going to be this huge mess of colors and image. It's not going to look like your artwork. And the process is really simple. First of all, you just have to download the application onto your Mac or PC. It doesn't work on mobile devices. And all you do is you just put in a picture that you want cloaked, and then select which folder on your computer that you want it saved on, and it will take a few minutes to go ahead and cloak the image. And so I've done bulk images, so as many as like 10 or 15. That takes a while. It took maybe about 40 minutes, half hour to do all of that cloaking, but otherwise it was pretty easy to do. Reminder, this program is free and it's in its beta phase right now because it was just released. So I'm sure once they kind of continue developing and fine-tuning it, that process will even be faster and better. I think this is really important because I think as artists, we really need to be able to own our own artwork. We should be able to decide for ourselves how our artwork is used. I have spoken to some lawyers about the AI image generators and the copyright concerns And they likened it to these AI companies like own a smoothie shop, right? So they have the blenders, they have the cups, they have the storefronts, right? They have everything you need to make a smoothie, but all of their ingredients that they're using to make the smoothie have been stolen. They're our artwork. As artists, we retain the right as to how our artwork is reproduced and distributed. Again, I am not against the technology. I'm just against the fact that they took things that they really shouldn't have in order to make it happen. Make it like stock photography websites where you pay the artist for their artwork, make it strictly an opt-in situation, and then I, for one, wouldn't have a problem with AI at all. I just have an issue with my art being used in ways that I don't want it to be used. So I highly recommend you get the Glaze app. Protect your artwork. If you're going to put it on the internet, glaze it first so you can keep it safe, so you can retain the ownership of your intellectual property. It's free, it's easy. Let's protect your art. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good one.